now what we're going to do is we're going to scald our milk. That's the first step. Okay, so we're going to put our milk in our microwave here. Now typically I have a top that goes on top of that. I'm going to show you just how that works. Got a little top in here somewhere. I'm going to use this. There it is right here. Now what's cool about these tools, these measuring bowls, if you notice, there's a top here, right? And when you scald the milk in the microwave, the milk builds up and it usually spills over. But what I have here is a top that fits directly on the mixing bowl itself. Now don't put it on tight. Don't want it sealed tight because when you mix it, it's going to explode. So you leave a little air pocket in there so the air can get in there. But this covers the bowl perfectly. You take this, I'm going to put it in the microwave. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to whisk these eggs. We'll make sure we get them nice and light. Now, it's also important to know that I let the eggs out be at room temperature. You want the eggs to be at room temperature. So I didn't take them directly out of the refrigerator. I took them out earlier today and let them get to room temperature. Okay? So what we're going to do now, we're going to whisk these eggs. Okay, see the bubbles in there, that's because of all that air, all that good air in there. Whisking them up. Okay, get that? And what we're doing now, some real simple steps. Okay, so then we got our eggs. Next thing we're going to do, after the milk is scalded, we're going to take the milk out, cool that off, and then we're going to melt our butter, because the butter is going to have to go in there as well. Okay? So we have that. We're going to take that, and then we're going to melt our butter. So what the ingredients that actually goes into the bread is, you have your 2 cups of warm water with your yeast, you have your 2 eggs, you have your 2 cups of milk, you have 1 tablespoon of salt, you have 1 cup of sugar, which I'm going to use these nice measuring tools here. I'm going to take 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to put all that is going to go into the pan here, into the pot. I'm going to mix all that together. Combined ingredients right now. I've got all my stuff melted. I got my butter melted. I got my milk was scalded. I got my eggs were whipped up nice and light. I got my 2 cups of yeast that has done its work in there, and it kind of all got together. Okay, so now we're going to put it all in one bowl. Use my little tool here to make sure I scoop up everything. Scooping up that, all that's in there, and that's all that yeast and water all mixed in together. I am then going to take my egg that I mixed up really well. I'm going to take that, combine the egg in there. Just like that. All that goes in. Then we're going to take our butter. Remember, 3 sticks of butter. 2 salted, 1 non-salted. Combine that in there. Scoop all that down in there. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, we have that. Then we're going to take our scalded milk. Now, we gave our milk time to cool off because we didn't want to put it in there when it was real hot. So we let it cool. Combining all our milk. Now these are all the ingredients needed for a good batch of bread. That's what we call a good batch of bread. Got my tablespoon of salt right here. We're going to combine that. I have my cup of sugar. This is one of Terry's measuring tools here. We're going to combine that. Now typically what I do when I use this here, I scoop up my sugar and I take a little edge, a little knife here. Brush it right off, gives you an exact measurement. But as we all know, Back in the day, exact measurements, your grandmother would just throw stuff in. It was never really exact. So I just pop my cup of sugar in this measuring cup, pop it in there. That takes care of that. Now, everything is combined up to the point where we're almost ready to start sifting the flour and putting this flour into this big mixture. Now here's the best part. Okay, we're going to take our tools over here. Okay, now we're pulling out the Big Daddy. All right? This is the Cadillac. Okay, plug this bad boy in. Now, for those of you who don't have a KitchenAid professional mixer, again, you can take a regular mixer, but make sure you're using the dough hook. It takes a little longer to mix everything together. And when it doesn't mix together, then you got to get your hands all into it, and you really got to go. Okay? So the next step is going to be to combine our flour.